it's really just fun to see the depth of our team. Juan came in, gave us huge minutes. We needed those. Damian Lee kept us afloat in the first half. So a lot of really good stuff out there. Jordan Poole probably had his best defensive game, and he supplemented it with a really good offensive night too. So a lot of good stuff happening, and the guys are excited.
Steve, you were really excited coming into training camp in the preseason, now in the regular season. Are you even a little surprised how quickly it's all come together?
I'm not really, because we have our core that is responsible for the way we play. Steph, Draymond, Loon, getting Andre back, and even guys like Jordan and Juan, who have been here the last couple of years. So we had a lot of sort of internal knowledge, but then the guys we added, I felt so good about our summer, getting Otto and Belly and Gary. We just added guys who know how to play and know how to move the ball, and it's been really apparent from almost day one of camp just how well this team fits together.
You guys held them to 45 in the second half, 19 in the fourth. What was the key in the second half, turning the tide defensively?
Well, I think taking care of the ball was a huge part of our defense. We only had 7 turnovers, really 6, because we took one at the end on the shot clock violation, and that was the difference in the game. They had 19 and we had basically 6. So, we got all those extra possessions, and we didn't put ourselves in jeopardy in transition. That's the thing that kills you going against Fox in particular. But the Kings have always been a great transition team over the years. And so it felt like we kept the game in the half court more in the second half.
A little bit awkward, obviously, because he's in the room. But, last week at this time, Gary was available for 30 teams across the league. What was your worry level when that was?
Oh, hey, Gary. I didn't know he was in here.
What was your worry level? Because, obviously you won the 15th spot, but it's the mechanics of it all.
Yeah, it was an interesting time. It's one of those things where, Gary's been fighting for his spot in the league for years. And if somebody had picked him up, I would have been happy for him, that somebody had claimed him and put him on the roster. But selfishly, I wanted him for our roster. But just glad it worked out, because he gives us a dimension out there that really adds to our team, the athleticism. We had a couple dunks today, one on the lob from Steph, but the second one was really an amazing play. Looked like Steph had thrown it over his head in transition, and he went up and got it and laid it in. Amazing play. And that athleticism and that defensive grit played a huge role in the victory tonight.
Yeah, started 3-0, still to take care of business in Oklahoma City, but then you have 8 at home. Is there a point where you start getting greedy about what kind of start you guys can have, or is that getting too far ahead to think?
Yeah, that's getting too far ahead. I think this was our best game of the 3 so far. When we take care of the ball like that, we're really hard to beat, and we've got to keep pounding that message home. But this was the best two-way game we've played. We were rock solid with the ball. We had multiple guys come in off the bench, play well. So the main focus now is just continuing to get better night in and night out. And, the one problem with having an 8-game homestand is, that's going to flip the other way down the road. And so we just have to look at the total 82 and not get ahead of ourselves.
Draymond scored 14 tonight. You guys almost never lose when he has that many. What have you liked about him offensively?
I've loved his energy, his attacking the rim. He's had some hoops in all 3 games, just going to the rim off the pocket pass from Steph when people are blitzing him. And he's just been super aggressive, which is the best version of him. And then, of course, defensively, he's a one-man wrecking crew out there. Some of the plays he makes at that end are mind-boggling. He's just one of the great defenders of all time.
That's Steve Kerr right there. And let's look at the comparison here to the point guards. Davion Mitchell had a hot start to this game, 17 first half points, but the Warriors slowed him down in the second half, only scoring 5. And the Warriors starting backcourt outscored the Kings starting backcourt 49-25. Mullen, you've been all over that one, but tell me what you saw from Davion Mitchell tonight, the rookie out of Baylor.
A great performance. Yeah. I thought he was tremendous, especially in the first half. As you mentioned, 17 points. He knocked down 3-point shots. I thought he played tremendous defense, but both on the ball and off the ball. And overall, Bonte and Darrell, I think this performance wins a lot of games for Sacramento. The problem is they were playing Warriors-style basketball, and the Warriors are just better at small ball than the Kings are at this point in time. But Davion Mitchell's going to have a heck of a career, a heck of a rookie season. And there's a lot to like about him, a lot to be excited about if you're a Sacramento Kings fan with Davion Mitchell, Darrell.
Yeah, I agree with you, Mother. This kid has a bright future. Doesn't look like he's scared of anybody. We've seen what he did with Dame Lillard and Donovan Mitchell. So this kid right here has a bright future. So if he can continue to get better each and every year and keep working on that jumper, he's going to be a hell of a player.
And they played a good game. They shot the ball well. They shared it. Overall, I thought Sacramento played a good game. The Warriors are just better at that game at this point in time. And Steve Kerr mentioned it. The Warriors are a plus 12 at the free throw line. Points off turnovers, a plus 20.
Wow.
And when you have a team like the Warriors that can pass and shoot, and they got so much depth, and they got, unselfish players, they got championship players, really, the only thing that can beat you on a given night is yourself by turning the basketball over.
Yeah.
And tonight with 6 turnovers, as long as they get shots at the goal, they're going to be tough to beat.
As you mentioned, Warriors with 6 turnovers, Sacramento 19 turnovers. Davion Mitchell, though, looked good tonight. No doubt about that. 22 points in all. The young man out of Baylor who won the national championship. Let's hear from former Warriors assistant coach Luke Walton, who's now coaching the Kings. What did he have to say about the Kings' loss to the Warriors?
Tough loss. We way too many mistakes tonight. 19 turnovers, 29 points. It's going to be hard to win games like that. So look, we're frustrated. We're going to be fine as a team. That's another really good team we just played, and we didn't do a good enough job of taking care of the ball and then making it hard on others. Steph did what he's going to do, but we made the night hard on him. He missed some shots, but then the rest of the guys had too much. So we're going to get better. We're gonna win some games, but it was another tough one for us tonight.
Yeah, the 7 turnovers for De'Aaron. Does he what you're seeing in practice? Are you seeing that translate over or not? I mean, he looks like he's forcing things a little bit overall.
Yeah, I thought tonight he did a little bit. I mean, it's ridiculous that as quick and as aggressive as he is, he shoots 1 free throw in a game where we only shoot 13. And the other team, he's got plus 10 on us on that. And so I think part of it is, there's probably some frustration from not getting a whistle, and then he's trying to get himself going. And, I think he's expecting big things from himself this year, as we are. So, I've said multiple times, he's the head of the snake for us. And, he knows he needs to play better, and he will. But yeah, it's trying to find that rhythm still.
Luke, 17-13, your team was outscored at the start of the fourth quarter.
Yeah, that killed us. You can't do that. You can't give Steph Curry and Draymond Green a 6-point lead when they come back in the game. It just can't happen. We talked about it as a staff, as a team, really. And but it's one thing to talk about it. It's another thing to go out there and do it. And give the Warriors credit for, the Gary Payton, he hadn't played in a while, and he stepped up and knocked down some big threes. Wiggins hit that big 3 right before they got back in. But yeah, I mean, that's